Morning, ICT 11 and 12, to our webinar entitled Computer Science, Igniting the Future of Innovation and Development. Before we start formally, let me just enumerate the house rules that everyone should follow in order for us to have an amazing webinar. First is to please turn off your microphone. Two, keep your camera on and avoid doing things that will distract others. Three is use your real full name as your Zoom display name. Pay attention to the speaker while she is explaining or while someone is speaking. Five is question and clarifications will be entertained after the talk, and you may turn on your microphone or you may use the chat box. As as the facilitator, will tell you if you are already recognized. And to be recognized, just click the wave button. Six, please do not use the chat box for other topics or internal discussions. Seven, treat everyone how you would like to be treated. And eight, have fun and always keep an open mind. Okay. And now to start our program, Ira Lexi Tanya Francia from ICT 11 will lead us for the opening prayer.
Good morning po sa ating lahat. Let us put ourselves in the presence of our Lord. And let's pray. Amang Diyos na makapangyarihan sa lahat, maraming salamat po sa araw na inyong ibinigay sa amin. Maraming salamat rin po sa pagkakataon na inyong inihandog upang kami ay mabiyayaan muli ng karagdagang kaalaman. Lord, kayo po ang siyang gumabay sa webinar na ito. Nawa po na maging maayos ang daloy. Lord, kayo rin po ang siyang gumabay sa aming speaker ngayon. Bigyan niyo po siya ng sapat na knowledge at wisdom upang maibahagi ang kanyang mga sasabihin sa amin ng maayos at malinaw. Sa iyo po ang lahat ng pagpuri at pasasalamat sa matamis na pangalan ni Jesus. Amen.
All right. Thank you, Ira, for that very wonderful prayer. Now I am delighted to introduce Roshanwell Miles Larga from ICT 12 for his welcome remarks.
Thank you, Sir Eman. Good morning, my fellow ICT students. I am Roshanwell Miles Larga from ICT 12, and I would like to welcome you all to this webinar that is organized and hosted by our own Sir Emmanuel Legaspi. In this webinar, we will be talking about some things which can guide us in improving our skills in web development, and also talk about some experiences in the course of being an ICT student by Ate Athena Abe. But before we introduce our guest speaker, I would like to advise everyone to avoid doing things that might distract the speaker and other attendees. I would also like to remind everyone to be respectful in writing our comments or questions in the chat box. Let us always be polite when there is a need for us to respond. Thank you.
Thank you, Miles. At this point, I would like to call on Amanda Caril Dames from ICT 11 to introduce our speaker for today.
So good morning. Our speaker for today is a third-year student at St. Paul University in Manila and currently taking her bachelor's degree in computer science. She is currently the marketing director of Ago Filipino, a nonprofit organization that aims to showcase the use and importance of Filipino language in the field of technology. She was also the assistant secretary at SPU Manila Profile, a core group member at Junior Philippine Computer Society, and a student volunteer at Community Development Center. She is also an achiever, a president's lister of their school in 3 semesters, and she is a dean's lister as well. In addition from these achievements, she is also a passionate student who loves helping fellow students for different lessons in the field of technology through YouTube and Facebook. And lastly, she believes that everyone should persevere in virtue and diligence. Let's welcome our speaker for today, no other than Miss Athena Abe.
Hi guys, thank you for the introduction, Amanda. Welcome. Good morning, everyone. Okay, I'll begin presenting my screen. Okay, let me know if nakikita niyo na siya, guys. Okay, can you see it now? Ayan. Okay, so today we're going to talk about computer science, igniting the future of innovation and development by yours truly. Okay, so here are the topics that we will be covering today. Is first, computer science versus information technology, the different careers in computer science, why I chose computer science, shifting from STEM to TECH VOC ICT during my senior high school days, lessons learned as an ICT student and as a CS student, and last is about web development and how to be a web developer. So first, guys, before I begin, I have a question for you. As senior high school students in the strand of ICT, currently, ano yung currently choice nyo in if you guys are pursuing college, comp sci or IT? Ayan, and why? Okay, let's wait for the chat. Or kahit hindi CSIT, so syempre marami may computer engineering, IS, information systems. So currently, ano yung sa tingin niyo pa-pursue niyo in college kung bakit niyo pinili ang ICT? Anyone, guys?
Hello po.
Hello?
Ah, hindi hindi po siya mismo sa ICT pero ang kinuha po sa akin ay ano po, multimedia po, Bachelor's of Multimedia.
Oh, MMA. Okay, thank you, Baron. Ayan. Okay, sabi ni Stanley A, still pumipili pa rin po sa dalawa. Okay. I'm here to guide you. Sino pa, guys? Wag na kayo mahiya. Tayo lang to. Wala. So, I guess most of you guys, same with Stanley siguro, no, na pumipili pa rin undecided. And it's totally okay. So, okay. Let's move on. Ayan. So, here's the difference between two. This is always yung the commonly asked question. Ano nga ba pinagkaiba ng computer science sa information technology? So, when pursuing ICT, sobrang lawak ng mga courses or degrees na pwede mong i-take. But ito yung mga commonly na kinukuha. So, first is computer science. Yung very formal definition niya is the study of computing concepts and theories, algorithmic foundations, and new developments in computing. Di ba? Ang lalim yan. So ito guys, the real definition here, it's more on math talaga. So sabi nila, di ba, the common misconception is, kaya ako mag-CCS or kaya ako mag-IT kasi wala daw math. No, merong math siya. Meron pa rin tayong mga general math, mga statistics. Kahit anong course sa college actually guys, may math pa din. Di tayo makatahas. And the next definition, it is design and create algorithmically complex, I type in guys, software and develop algorithms for computing problems. So computer science mainly focuses on yung computations theories. So currently, ang subject ko ngayon is automata theory. More on, ano talaga siya, china-challenge talaga yung analytical and logical thinking skills mo on how you will organize things. Ganun yung parang pinaka-simple term niya, yung ano sa algorithms. And the most if I would describe computer science, it is simply focuses on software talaga. And both CS and IT involves programming, although computer science focuses on the software aspect. And next is information technology. It is the study of the utilization of both hardware and software technologies. Commonly, dito sa dulo nilagay ko hardware and networking kasi it also involves yung utilization ng software. Pero ang common highlight sa IT is hardware. It includes involving planning, operating, and managing, maintaining information technology infrastructure. This also involves yung mga more on servers, managing of servers, ganyan, mga database systems. So if you're interested in that, commonly kasi na senior high school kami, bakit ka mag-IT? Kasi may mga classmates ako na ay kasi gusto kong kumalakal ng system unit ganyan. So in ano siya, kung ganon, it is more on IT. Ayan yung mga simple and easy to understand terms. So here are the careers. Ay, typo na naman. Sorry guys. Ito yung mga careers when you take CS or IT. So kung ma-observe nyo, halos similar sila. However, sa computer science, software engineer, system software developer, research and development computing, application software developer, computer programmer, systems analyst, data analyst, QA specialist, and software support specialist, and many more. Ako personally, I pursued CS because I want to become a systems analyst. I'll tell more of that later. And then IT, if you want to pursue IT, you can become a web and applications developer. So kanina I told you guys na hindi lang mainly hardware but also it involves software. So how are you, diba syempre, how are you going to paano mo papagana ng hardware without software in it? So sa IT, ang career din na pwede mong makuha is web and app developer, junior database administrator, system admin, network engineer, information security administrator, technical support specialist, QA specialist din, systems analyst, and computer programmer. So walang division ang CS and IT and they all help each other. They work hand in hand. Usually kasi in the industry, I am also a working student, guys. And mostly yung work ko, I am a social media specialist. And yung work ko, although marketing siya, yung mga client ko, let's say, is more on the IT industry. And I think na in the real world, ano siya, it goes hand in hand. Whether or not you finished either of the degrees, you can still have the same career. It happened, it depends on how you on the industry, kung anong paano ko ba explain? Yung natutunan mo, how are you going to apply what you learned from your degree? So ayun siya. So ito na, here's the reason why I chose computer science. So di ba sabi ng mga classmates ko, yung mga ngalakal na system unit, ganyan. So ako computer science, more on the software side. So first is inspiration. So syempre nung mga bata tayo, ang common na sagot natin, ano gusto mo paglaki mo? Ayan, doctor, ganyan, teacher, ganyan. So, syempre, ako, gaya-gaya ako, hindi ko pa talaga alam gusto ko. So, sabi ko, gusto ko maging doktor. Hanggang sa, syempre, dumating na tayo ng high school, senior high school. So, mas nape-pressure na tayo currently kung ano ipapursue natin. Kasi pag nag-college ka, kung ano yung course mo, yun na yun. Syempre, hindi naman pwede magbago isip mo kasi masasayang yung pinag-aralan mo ng 4 years if di mo magagamit. Di ba? Wala namang may gusto nun. So ako, that time, hindi ko talaga alam. And then my mother kasi, she's a systems analyst. Kaya gusto ko maging systems analyst. And I saw her work. Nakita ko kung paano siya mag-work as a systems analyst. More on systems talaga, system managing systems for the clients. Ang systems analyst kasi you have clients, whether company or an individual, where you will set up yung mga system requirements ng isang organization. So syempre 'di ba pag nagbi-build tayo, pag may company, hindi lahat ng company need ng Photoshop, yung mga ganun, yung mga kung gaano kadaming servers, yung mga ganun siya. So mainly yun yung pinaka-gist ng pagiging systems analyst. And second is complexity. I don't know but I'm the person yun nga na nakikita ko sarili ko working in front of a computer, nerd man, pero mahilig ako sa papers. I like research. So I also like complexity. I also like to analyze things. I always like to, number 3, challenge myself. Meron akong memory before na tuwing, 'di ba, syempre traffic. So, nasa jeep kami. I would always unintentionally, unconsciously, lagi ako napapatingin sa mga plates and I always challenge myself to memorize them, ganun. Yung mahilig ako I like to look at numbers, ganun siya. A nerd of me, pero ayun, I think it was talaga na CS kunin ko. Yun, I like challenge. Hindi ako, guys, magaling sa math. Pero when you pursue computer science, dun papasok yung logic na syempre may involve sa math. And para lang siyang puzzle, madali siya, kaya naman siya intindihin. Although sabi nila mahirap. Pero kaya yan. And number 4, at the end of the day, guys, third year computer science student na ako and I still feel lost. Bakit? Kasi, diba, I want to become a systems analyst. Parang gaya-gaya na lang ako sa mama ko. Kasi mama ko din, she is a Polinian since kinder. Ako din since kinder. I am a Polinian for 17 years and counting na. So parang since nung senior high school, doon na lang din ako nag-aral kung siya magka-college. Pero dahil ginaya ko lang yung mama ko at di ko alam kung ito talaga gusto ko. Kasi parang nape-pressure din ako. Ayoko din naman pumili ng course na peer pressure na kung ano yung ano ng friends ko, ganun din, hindi. So at the end of the day, up until now, I still feel lost. Why? Kasi the pandemic really affected us in foreseeing our future. So, diba parang, sa lahat ng nangyayari ngayon, it's been over a year and parang, possible pa ba tong dream ko na maging systems analyst ganun. However, this pandemic also taught me that I still have a lot to learn, na hindi lang I should not limit myself of dreaming or wanting to become a systems analyst. And actually guys, kahit lost ako, dito ko na-discover na madami pa pala akong kayang gawin. Like, hindi lang na lagi aral-aral ganyan. Natutunan ko na nagkaroon din ako ng interest sa information security. I'm also interested in becoming a cybersecurity analyst and also a professor din. So ayun, na-enjoy ko din yung pagtuturo although mahirap siya and grabe talaga very appreciative talaga ako sa mga professors ko, guys. So appreciate your professors. Kasi ang hirap maghanda ng learning plan. Tapos ayun. So ayun siya, I enjoy teaching din. Hopefully I will become a computer science professor. So ayan. Ito na yung question, guys. So for sure masasagot niyan. Why did you choose ICT? Why did you choose ICT? Ayan. Any answer? Sabi ni Mama, kasi ginaya ko ganon. Okay lang, why did you choose ICT? Anyone, guys? So chat nyo lang or unmute. Sabi ni Gillian, Dawal Cybersecurity. Nice. Sino pa? Sabi ni Roshinwell, kasi po iniiwasan po namin yung ay, patay! Ay, di ko makakatakas sa math. May math talaga, kahit saan may math. Pero kaya yan. Okay lang yan. Sabi ni John Cedric, repair computer po. That's good. Sino pa? Sabi ni Stanley, almost the same reason po. Gusto ko kalkalin yung computer in general. Sabi ni Renz, gamer po kasi ako. Sabi ni Johans, makapagtrabaho sa game company. Sabi ni Kenneth, bantay ng comshop po. Sure ka ba? Parang feeling ko, Kenneth, hindi lang yan yung magiging career mo. Feeling ko magiging magiging next Elon Musk or Mark Zuckerberg. Charot! Sabi ni Mas, gusto ko po matalo si Faker sa LOL. Sino yun? Sino pa? Sabi ni Nicole, because I wanna become a software or game developer. Ni Paul, game designing, programming. Ni Nel, ako po owner ng comp shop na pagkaman. Wag kayong hanggang comp shop, malay nyo company, di ba? Sabi ni Michael, mahilig po kasi sa tech, kaya po pinili ko ICT, mag-ayos po ng washing machine. Bakit ka nag-IT washing machine? Dapat Sabi ni Maxine, game designer, animation. Sino pa, guys? Ang dami natin dito, 60. Basahin ko lahat yan. Sabi ni John, mahilig din po ako sa tech. Game developer, sabi ni John. Sabi ni Destin, gusto ko po maging hackerman. Hackerman? Ayan, sabi ni Ross, game developer din po. Sino pa, guys? Ay, 17 pala tayo. Sabi ni Rosh, kasi sabi daw po ni Mama, in demand po kasi ang mga web developer. Yes, that's true. Currently kasi, guys, the company that I am working at e-commerce, so we're hiring. Madami kaming hiring na web developer. Sabi ni Patrick, cyborg dude. Sino pa, guys? Ayan, mataas daw po sweldo, sabi ni Adrian. Yes, mataas ang sweldo pag may IT career ka. That's true. Sino pa? Parang konti lang yung sabi ni Mama. Wala bang na peer pressure dito ng friends nila or lost din kagaya ko? Sabi ni Renz, gusto ko po pumunta sa deep web. Okay, last guys, sino pa? Sabi ni Edward, ayan na nga, dahil sa tropa ko po. Ayan. Thank you, guys. Thank you. Okay. Ayan. So, sobrang valid ng reasons nyo, guys. And ang mga common reasons, sabi ni Bacos, di po ako nakapasa sa STEM. Ayan, malay mo, ICT ang para sa'yo. So, wait lang. Ayan. Tama na ba? Okay, ayan. So, very valid lahat ang reasons nyo. Kahit yung mag-ayos ng washing machine ba, ikaw naman yan. Pero, ayun nga, commonly kasi the most mga things na we have to consider when choosing a strand or track in senior high school is yung first, practicality. Tapos, yun nga, yung mga answers nyo, kasi in demand po, mataas sweldo. Yung iba sabi, karamihan sa inyo game dev. Actually guys, sa amin, sa mga classmates ko ngayon, marami rin talaga gusto ang game dev. Very, talaga, in demand din ng ang mga developers sa game industry. I have a classmate, first year siya, nag-work na siya as game developer. I think gumagawa siya ng mga avatars, I think. So, ayun, good guys, good goals, good career choices. And yes, para if you want to pursue those things, magkalakal ng ng system unit, ganon. Yung sa magbabatay ng computer shop, dream high, ganyan. Company, ganon. Ikaw, kumari may mga, kami mga chain of computer shops ka, o diba? Be your own boss. So, ayan. Ano ba sabihin ko? Ayun. Practicality and mga recommendations. Pero at the end of the day, you think na nandito ako sa ICT ngayon, is it because gusto ko ba talaga? Kasi it will be hard kapag dumating ka na ng college and you para magdududa ka or magsi-second thought ka. Kasi it's hard to shift during college. So right now pa lang, you think of the main reason why you choose ICT. But if you feel lost, it's okay. Kasi I'm here to help you discover your full potential. So, someone said na hindi pumasa ng STEM. Yun nga, like I said, malay mo ICT might be for you. Kasi ako, tama-tama, I shifted from STEM to TECH VOC ICT. Why? Una, sabi ng principal, kasi senior high school principal namin, STEM talaga ako nag-enroll nung senior high school. Ano pala guys, isa ako sa mga unang batch ng senior high school. So 2016. So kami talaga noon, experimental kami. Pero nung sa school namin sa St. Paul, meron na nauna. May unang batch na ng senior high school. So dun sa school namin, mga pangalawa or third batch na kami. Pero generally speaking, first batch kami. So una, sabi ng principal, so one time we had a forum, lahat ng senior high school students, and someone raised a concern, sister, paano po kung gustong mag-pursue ng computer science sa college? Sabi ni sister, dapat TECH VOC ICT ka. So lahat kami, pinagsulat sa papel kung mag-shift. So ako, decidido na kasi talaga ako na STEM kukunin ko kasi syempre, di ba, STEM, Science, Technology, Engineering, Mathematics. So most probably, pag sinabi mong comp-sci, IT, math, ganun. So, STEM ako, nag-enroll. Kasi sa amin, I don't know if it's the same case with you guys, nung grade 11 kasi kami, hindi kami naka-separate. Kasi some schools, di ba, are separated by track na, grade 11 pa lang. Kami hindi. So, kami, mix kami lahat ng mga strands. Then, nung grade 12 lang kami, nakahiwalay na per track or strand. So sabi ni principal, so ayun, nakinig naman ako kay sister, sinusunurin akong bata. Ayun, so ayun, naglimipat ako. Pero ano nga ba pinagkaiba ng STEM sa ICT pag nag-college ka? Honestly guys, it's really helpful if you either choose STEM or ICT. Although guys, honestly speaking, in reality, I have classmates who finished ABM, finished ABM, meron sa amin ABM, pero nag-pursue siya ng comp-sci. IT siya, tapos nag-shift siya sa comp-sci, ayun. So, it depends, although, malaking tulong kasi kung STEM or ICT. Bakit? Kasi, kung nag-STEM ka man, calculus can help. Although ako guys, kasi diba usually pag nag-college, parang kailangan may calculus. Feeling ko gagraduate ako ng walang ng calculus. Ewan ko swerte ako. Feeling ko oo, kasi mahirap daw ang calculus. So, I also have a classmate na nag-STEM, pinagdaanan niya yung calculus, and sabi niya sana nag-ICT na lang ako. And good job guys, nasa ICT kayo. Bakit? Kasi tulad ngayon, meron kayong programming class na wala sa STEM. I don't know right now sa mga current batches ngayon, since nasa college na ako, di ko alam kung may programming na din sa STEM kasi sa amin, ang experience namin more on the medical field. So ayun siya. So okay lang din sa akin na nag-ICT ako. Ang experience ko is nag-animation kami, tas programming, mga basic programming Java. So malaking tulong, malaking advantage actually if you finish TECH VOC ICT dahil may programming. And third is, kasi diba, comparing STEM to TECH VOC ICT, sabi nila, if you pursue TECH VOC, you are equipped to be work ready after senior high school. So doon meron mga tested certifications, yung mga NCs, programming, ganyan. So that is why I decided na, okay, sige, magti-TECH VOC na lang ako. Pero ako, I'm not planning to work agad nung nag-senior high school ako kasi I really want to finish my education. So for me, personally, mas maganda din na mag-college ka. So ayan. So here are the lessons learned as an ICT student. So ito yung tsura ko nung senior high school. Ayan, haba buhok, naka-braces pa ako niyan. So ito yung mga friends ko and we created a dream company. So but before I talk about that, so senior high school helped me grow. Nung junior high school ako, pagdating ng college, kasi I'm from Parañaque and then I transferred to Manila, sobrang culture shock kasi ang daming estudyante. Nung senior high school kami, lahat ng strands is nasa 600 kami. So that is konti lang kami, mga nasa 100 ata lahat-lahat ganon or less than. Pagdating ng senior high school, grabe, iba yung environment. So tapos that time, mix pa, parang feeling high school and college at the same time. So parang ang gulo, hala paano mag-a-adjust ganun. Although it helped me grow, I learned na kasi hindi ako guys, although I am a president's lister right now, I'm not the type of student na kinder pa lang, ganyan. Hindi ako, I don't consider myself smart. Talaga ako, dati din may mga line of 7 ako, dati nagkakaso pa ako sa school, pero di na natin pag-uusapan dyan. So, ayun, I became diligent kasi yung mga failures, it learned me to grow. So, nung junior high school ako, natuto ko sa mga pagkakamali ko and it pushed me to be more better. But nung senior high school, dito ko man sa tutunan nung nag-tech voc ako na failure kasi to accept failure kasi nung programming class namin, laging sabi sa amin ng prof, okay guys, may quiz kami or programming activity or challenge. It's either 0 or perfect. So I don't know if same case with you guys. Tapos nagka-code kami sa paper, ganun. Tapos hiwa-hiwalay kami. It's either 0 ka or perfect. And nangyayari yun, tinotoo talaga nila yun. So, although hindi naman ako naka-0, pero grabe yung kaba. And then, most of the time, kasi paunahan kami mag-code sa amin. May mga times na hindi din ako maabot sa pabilisan mag-code. And it's okay kasi I have classmates na bata pa lang, tinuturuan na sila mag-code. So, don't compare yourself to them kasi iba naman yung path mo sa path nila. And failures actually, it's not a reason for you to give up sa gusto mo, especially sa ICT. Lalo na pag hirap ka ng mag-code, so, it will help you grow talaga. And next is patience. Ayan, sa right. So, nakikita niyo yung babae, parang stress na siya. Bakit ayaw gumana? So, dati, no senior high school ako, feeling ko ang hirap-hirap na ng HTML, CSS, ang Java. Nako, hindi. Nag-college ako para, mas mahirap. Pero kaya siya. Na-realize ko, kaya pa ko. Dati, parang, feeling ko bibigay na ako dun sa pag-code namin ng HTML. Pero kaya pala. Kaya naman. Ang na-realize ko is wag kang mahihiya magpatulong sa classmates mo lalo na marunong na magaling sa programming. Ayan. Tapos challenge mo sarili mo, wag ka susuko. Ayun, practice lang at magiging madali siya, promise. And third is vastness. So pinakita ko sa inyo kanina, 'di ba? Na ang dami mo pwedeng maging career. Pwedeng hindi lang isa, 'di ba? Pwedeng dalawa. So it's taking ICT, the ICT strand is really vast in terms of your future kasi you can be anything. So dito sa picture, it does not mean pag ICT ka, lagi ka nasa computer. Kita nyo dyan, hindi na nakikita lahat, pero meron nasa tablet, merong nasa phone, or walang hawak. You can be anything, diba? ayun, multimedia arts din, mga animators, ganyan. Kasi sobrang lawak talaga ng, ng ICT field. So maraming relations din yan. Hindi lang mga development, also on arts, designing. So ayan. And last is you can be your own boss. 'Di ba? Senior high school, tinuturuan tayo entrepreneurship, ganyan. Maliban sa work ready, tinuturuan din tayo ng senior high school pa lang na maging business-minded. Hindi naman yung mga networking, pero ang maganda kasi sa senior high school is you can have the capability ngayon pa lang na na to have your own thing, to be your own boss. You can start a business or company. So sinasabi yung com shop, malay nyo, pwede kayo magtayo ng com shop, hindi taga-bantay, pero may-ari, yung mga ganun. It's all upon you on how you're going to maximize your capabilities. So, eto na siya. Nung senior high school pa lang kami, we started having this dream company, a gaming company called Atcha Entertainment. So, sa mga game developers dyan. So, ayan, I'm all about women empowerment. So, makikita nyo dyan, ako lang yung babae sa team. Before 5 kami, ngayon 4 na lang kami. And gumagawa kami, nagde-develop kami ng mga games na mga 2D games. So, meron kami dyan, iba-iba yung namin dyan roles. So, meron kami dyan game developer, mobile developer, at animator. Ako usually more on the designing phase ako. So, parang, hala, Ate Atcha, paano ka makakagawa ng ganyan? So, we started from nothing. Wala kaming alam kung paano gumawa ng org or company. So, I forgot to mention, Atcha means to work with your own hands. So, work independently. Atcha, yun yung meaning niya. I was the one who thought of the name nung nagko-conceptualize kami ng name ng aming dream company. So, ayan yung logo namin, gaming. So, more on gaming development kami. Usually, ang ginawa namin before is answer catcher, yun yung we had a statistics class, then gumawa kami ng game about for that, yung mga natutunan namin. It's the simple things. You can do that, you can apply what you learned, yung mga lessons nyo. So, mga contemporary world, you can incorporate it into a game. There's a lot of resources that you can do. So, gumawa kami ng game, tapos we tried to create yung VR. So, ayan, may nakikita niyo isa namin kasama dyan, may suot na VR. So, ayun siya. Paano namin sinimulan? So of course, we needed funds to create that. So lagi namin iniipon yung baon namin, ganun, para ma-pursue yung gusto namin, makabili ng equipment. We would go from one house to another para makapag-plan, para makapag-code, ganun. Kahit naghihingalo na yung laptop. But guys, by that time, wala akong laptop, wala akong anything, ganun siya. And yun nga, pumunta kami sa bahay ng isa para magawa yung code. And another thing, para magkaroon kami ng funds para sa dream company namin is meron kami sa school entrepreneurship week wherein we had to display lahat ng mga projects namin for business, for selling. We decided to sell our game. So yung mga games namin, we had I think 3 or 4 games developed at that time, and we would let our professors, our classmates to try the game for 5 pesos. So nakaipon kami ng thousands from it, from trying that game. And ayun, dito makikita niyo sa picture, graduate na kami ng senior high school. And iba-iba yung college na gusto namin. So, sadly, ayun, iba-iba yung school namin. So sadly, ako nagstay pa din ako sa St. Paul. We had to let go. Although, hindi naman let go. Parang hindi namin kaya currently i-pursue pa yung Atcha Entertainment. Kasi iba-iba yung school namin, iba-iba yung schedule. Hindi kami makapag-meet lalo na ngayon. Very busy. Although, I think, kaya ako to napili, yung work name na Atcha, it's because of the I think it was meant to be. Why? Kasi the meaning of Atcha is to work with your own hands, to work independently. And napansin ko up until present na lahat kami, we still pursue yung passion namin in the IT field. So, yung isa dyan, nakapag-publish na siya ng game sa Play Store. It's called Blob. I don't think if you can hit, but na yung niya, yung game niya. And then yung isa is nag-i-intern na sa IT company, third year din siya. So nag-i-intern na siya as of now, programmer. So mobile and web dev yung expertise niya. And yung isa naming friend is animator. So nag-animate siya. And ayun siya, I'm really proud of them. Kahit pa rin, di naman kami nag-quit. Kahit naka-break pa din, pinursu pa rin namin yung mga goals namin individually. So hopefully, we're planning to hopefully create Theresian Entertainment, a company someday, a gaming company. So yan siya. And here are the lessons I learned as a computer science student right now. So, ayan, ito yung itsura ko dati. Di pa ako nagpapakulay ng buhok kasi di ba bawal magpakulay ng buhok? So, ayan siya, St. Paul University, Manila. So, here are the simple lessons that I learned and it's really valuable kahit maikli lang siya. First is to be independent. Independent means the ability to not depend on another person, self-reliant. So, currently, most probably na-experience niya na pag may coding assignment, uy, pakopya naman ng code mo. Uy, tapos ka na. Patingin naman, papalitan ko lang yung variable. Alam ko yan. Hindi kayo makalasot dyan. O kaya dati, nagpapalitan nung face-to-face ba, nagpapalitan ng flash drive, ganyan-ganyan. Uy, send mo sa akin code, ganyan-ganyan. So, wait, may nag-chat? Send code, so, diba? So, ayun. Actually, if you always rely or depend on other people, hindi ka matututo, hindi ka mag-grow. So always learn to be independent. Bakit? In the industry, kailangan you have to prove yourself. Kailangan equipped ka sa skills na required. Hindi laging pagka-graduate nyo, hindi nyo laging makakapitan yung mga kaklase nyo or na, kuwari pag nasa work ka na, hindi. So you always have to be independent, self-reliant. So always, kung nagkakaroon kayo ng hindrance, parang hindi ko kaya, one step is to believe in yourself. Kasi kung iniisip mo, hindi mo kaya, ikaw lang din yung naghahatak sa'yo pababa. So always learn to believe in yourself na kaya mo yan. Motivate mo sarili mo, find ways na para ma-push mo sarili mo na to be independent. Alam ko mahirap kasi syempre, gusto mo na talaga, kumari gusto mo magka-perfect score or maikli na lang yung oras para gawin yung assignment. Pero challenge yourself. Pwede kang magpatulong, pero hindi ibibigay sagot. Ginagawa ko kasi pag may nagpapatulong sa akin, sabi ko, sige, send mo sa akin yung code mo. Sine-check ko, tapos sa mga tumutulong dyan na ganito gawin nyo from now on. So, papatulong. So, sabi ko, sige, send mo sa akin yung code. Titignan ko, ganito pa. Nagbibigay ako ng hint. Hindi ko binibigay yung sagot, pero I guide the person para makuha niya yung tamang sagot. So, ayun siya. Learn to be independent. And next is, although you also need collaboration. Collaboration means all individuals are partners that share work as well as ideas and insights to achieve a common objective. So, hindi naman sa wag kang madamot, pero always be mindful of others. Especially kung sa tingin mo yung classmate mo nahihirapan na and you think that you can help, always help pero guide, not give the answer. Always collaborate. Especially if your assignments or group works, kahit anong subject pa man yan, guys, needs collaboration. What does collaboration mean? It does not mean na mag-ambag kada isa, but to share ideas and share work. Always speak up, lalo na kung meron kang naisip para mapaganda yung program or mapaganda yung gawa nyo, always suggest. So commonly kasi 'di ba nahihiya tayo mag-speak up, pero you always have to speak up your mind, lalo na malay mo makakatulong siya sa inyong progress or inyong goal. So ayan siya. So another brief example of this in the IT field is kasi if you want to become developers, ayan, sabi nyo game developers, web developers, there are industries or companies na minsan isa ka lang. Minsan isa ka lang nagagawa ng app, magde-develop. Pero most commonly, depende, may mga companies na you work as a team. You work in team. So, kailangan marunong kang halubilo sa bawat isa. So, sometimes kasi may scenarios na paano Ate Atcha kung ayaw ko dun sa mga kasama ko. So, my advice to you and advice din sa amin is to focus on the common goal or the common objective. Sa may natutunan ko din itong college, our professor told us na kung ayaw mo man dun sa kagrupo mo, mag-focus na lang kayo dun sa kailangan na goal. Tapos minsan pa nga daw sa mga experience sa work, yung mga hindi pa niya nakakasundo, pagdating sa project, sila yung nag-a-agree, yung mga ganun. Who knows, diba? So, ayan ka, collaboration. And I'm at my almost to the last part. It's about web development. So guys, if those who want to pursue web development, let's define it first. Ano nga ba ang web development? So there are two types kasi you might baka maguluhan sa pareho. So there's web development and web design. Ayan, sa mga hilig mag-design. Web development focuses on the functionality, on how the application or program works. While in web design, it focuses on the aesthetic, kung ano yung itsura niya. And there are two kinds of web designs kasi. There is static. Static meaning what you see is what you get. Most examples ng static websites are yung mga sites na information giving lang. And another example is dynamic. A dynamic example, a web design example is Facebook, ayan, YouTube. Why is it dynamic? Dynamic means na users can control or navigate through the web application or website, and users can also input their information and yung mga sign up form, login form, ayan, and upload to sa YouTube, upload videos, download videos, ayan. And web design also focuses on accessibility. Commonly kasi, ito yung challenge pag web designer ka, especially kung meron kang target users na how are you going to create an application for blind people, for deaf people? So most commonly, if you want to create a very good web design na accessible to all types of people, so ayan siya. And next is responsiveness, especially nowadays. We use the applications on either laptop, desktop, tablet, or phone. So how are you going to create, for example, yung ano pa ba? For example, Twitter, napapansin nyo, iba yung itsura niya sa laptop, iba yung frame layout niya compared sa mobile. Kasi diba sa mobile, usually, portrait pag desktop landscape. So, ano magiging itsura niya? So, ayan siya. And, ito yung mga different or more specific roles kung gusto mo maging web developer. So pag sinabing web developer, sometimes kasi some recruiters would ask or kaya some people would ask na anong career sa pagiging web developer? Anong klaseng web developer ka? So web developer kasi is a more general term pa. So there are three kinds of careers or roles you can become as a web developer. Meron tayong front-end developer. Ang front-end developer mainly focuses on the user interface, UI, or user experience. At Atcha, ano pinagkaiba ng UI sa UX? Ang user interface focuses on the display or yung going back is yung aesthetic or yung visual representation ng inyong web application. And ano naman po yung user experience? User experience focuses naman on how the user will navigate through or how will it use yung app. For example, gumawa ka ng web application para mag-vote yung user. The goal is mag-vote. So how are you going to make it more appealing dun sa user para ma-pursue mo siya mag-vote? So syempre, una, kailangan i-display mo agad yung vote or ma-emphasize mo yung vote button, ganun. Or how are they going to navigate mag-sign up? Yun yung focus nila, experience. How would you make the user na mas mag-scroll pa or mas tignan lahat ng features ng app, that focuses on user experience. And if you want to become a back-end developer, ayan, cybersecurity also includes this in a way kasi it focuses on the database handling. For the information management, information security, yun yung focus ng back-end developers at the end user siya. So dito sa back-end, nandito yung magiging functionality ng inyong web application. So si front-end, sa nakikita ni user, sa back-end, kung paano napaprocess yung information na ini-input ng user through a dynamic website. So ayan. And last role ng web developer is, another type is full stack. Ano ibig sabihin ng full stack web developer? It is both yung requirements needed ng front-end and back-end. So pag full stack developer ka, kailangan alam mo kung paano mag-develop ng front-end, UI, UX, and how to develop back-end using database. So, pareho din, pag web developer ka, whether front-end, back-end, or full stack, pwedeng mag-isa ka or in a team. Mataas din yung role ng full stack or mas mataas yung kita kasi ikaw kaya mo gawin yung trabaho ng 20 na tao. So, di ba usually pag web development, it's a team. Pero kapag full stack developer, kaya mong gawin yung 20 na tasks ng isang tao. Ganun siya kagaling. So, ayun siya. And, ayan. So, here are other tips on how to become a web developer. Guys, you can be a web developer starting today. Kahit hindi pa kayo tapos, I hosted a webinar na I interviewed a 15-year-old front-end developer. So grade 10 pa lang siya. And currently, he is working in 2 companies as a front-end developer. But how did it start? Itong pandemic lang. So di ba, kaya niya yan. Kung kaya niya, kaya natin yan. So paano nga ba, Ate Atcha, saan ako magsisimula? So start with the fundamentals. So right now, you are learning HTML, CSS, and in the sooner is JavaScript. So guys, don't limit yourself sa kung ano tinuturo lang sa school natin. So you learn in advance, you study more kasi when you finish ICT or when you finish college, your learning doesn't stop there. Kasi why? Kasi in innovation and development, it's a continuous learning hanggang tumanda tayo kasi ang daming nababago ngayon na technology and we need to be at it. We need to be at the same page with it. Kailangan talaga na madami talaga tuloy-tuloy ang pag-aaral pag nag-ICT ka. So ayan, there's more than just HTML, CSS, and I think I believe guys and you can learn more than that. So next is identify the learning style plus resources. So tayo, iba-iba tayo ng ways on how we learn. Merong audio-visual, merong visual. Ako mostly more on videos ako, or if I have more time, nagbabasa ako ng Stack Overflow, di ba? Commonly Stack Overflow, ganyan. Pero kapag gusto ko pa siya maintindihan, I rely on YouTube videos, di ba? Madalas Indian. Pero guys, meron na tayong mga Filipino programmers na YouTubers. So here are my suggestions for you. You can go to YouTube. Currently sa college, ang pinaka main source namin guys is W3 Schools. Very big help on W3 Schools. So ito naman, the following are websites. So Solo Learn, Coursera. Sa Coursera, you can have certificates. Some are free, I think, if you want to really enhance more of your skills. Merong Free Code Camp and the Odin Project and many more. And so learning doesn't end there. So you need to apply what you learned. Then hindi lang puro aral-aral. Kailangan you need to practice and apply what you have learned. So how? So create personal projects. So yung mga common kasi na ginagawa natin in web development is sign up form, login form. And if you want to, ginawa din namin sa web development class namin, gumawa kami ng calculator, ng webinar registration form, ng online stores, and portfolio. So ito yung mga pwede yung personal projects. So yung portfolio guys, what does portfolio means? Ito yung ang portfolio, nandito lahat. So it's a web page na gagawin nyo na nandun lahat ng mga personal projects or websites na ginawa nyo. Pwedeng hindi lang website, di ba meron tayo dyan na gusto maging designer. Pwede mo ilagay yung mga creations mo dyan. So portfolio, para siyang resume, pero portfolio is more pag gusto mo maging programmer or developer, a portfolio is needed to showcase yung mga projects mo. Syempre sa CV or sa resume, hindi mo pwedeng ilagay yung program mo doon or hindi mo pwedeng malink yung website mo doon. So it's a separate thing. Pag gusto mo maging programmer, developer, or designer, a portfolio is needed in the industry to showcase yung skills mo sa mga programming languages or technologies na alam mo at kaya mong gawin. So ayun siya. So guys, as what was introduced to me, I make videos. I make tutoring videos. And dati kasi nag-online peer mentoring ako live. Lang siya, exclusive lang siya sa mga nag-register. And sa mga hindi nakakapunta, nire-record namin siya. So I started doing that nung October last year. And I have a video, guys, that you can watch if you want to learn about web development. Ayan, sa cybersecurity. You can watch the information security kasi ito, lahat yan, guys, it's the very fundamental or basics. Kung gusto mo maging programmer, you need to learn everything. Web development, information security, and database. Kasi that's yun yung mga pinaka-core topics or courses sa ComSci and IT na kailangan mo malaman, especially if you want to create programs. Hindi pwedeng gagawa ka lang ng program pero hindi naman secure yung site mo, di ba? So you need to learn information security. Especially if you want to create a website na dynamic, kailangan mo matuto about database. So, ayan. And dito din, tulad ng sabi ko kanina, dito din ako nagka-interest sa information security, cyber security, kasi nitong college ko din, unti-unting nakakita saan ako mas interested, saan ako mas capable. So, yun nga, learning doesn't stop and unti-unti mo makikita. So, no, yung skills mo. So, no rush. Ayan. And meron din akong web development in 2021. Ito, mas technical to. Dito mo makikita yung mga requirements para maging front-end developer, back-end developer, tsaka full-stack developer. Ayan. And in here, ayan, if you want to pursue computer science, that's really good. And here, I have made, hindi lang ako gumagawa ng tutorial videos, gumagawa din ako ng motivational videos, entertaining videos. So, gumawa ako ng video na why create. So, kung nagdadalawang isip ka o kailangan mo nag-advise kung bakit dapat mag-pursue ng computer science, IT, or computer engineering, IS, ganyan. So, you can watch my video, Why Create. And guys, meron akong international collaboration. So, ano nga ba, Ate Atcha, ang experience sa ibang bansa ng computer science? So, I had a collaboration in Tunisia. Ngayon, nung nakilala ko siya, na ano ko lang din, may bansa pa lang Tunisia. Tunisia is a country in the continent of Africa. Yes, Africa. So, ang Tunisia is Arabic, I think. Arabic. Yung na-meet ko, yung kakolab ko, si Dia, he knows Arabic, French, and English. So, ayan. If you want to, kung ano yung computer science sa kanila, panoorin nyo yan. Ayan, nag-collaborate kami. And nung grade 12 ako, ayan, gumawa ako ng video telling people kung bakit ICT ang para sa'yo. So, kung feeling mo, ngayon, dahil nasa ICT ka ngayon, kung feeling mo, dapat ba to sa akin, and panoorin mo yan, I'll motivate you kung bakit ICT ang para sa'yo. So, I also make other tutorials. Itong heap sort, very technical na to, more on, ano na siya, data structures and algorithms. So, ayan. And, I'm not the content creator na puro tutorials lang ganun. Iba-iba kasi yung YouTube channel ko. Ano siya, random. So if you need talaga help, I also have a video how to survive online classes kasi I understand you guys, sobrang hirap ng online classes. Guys, mukha man akong matinong estudyante pero nakakatulog din ako minsan. Ganyan. Tapos one time nakamiss ako ng class kasi nagpuyat ako. So, huwag kayong magpupuyat, lalo na kung may maaga kayong klase. Ayan. So, pinakita ko din yung computer setup ko and yung mga programming apps na ginagamit ko, may mga morning routine ko, and meron din akong mga very, mga topics na my grades affected me to. Nagpo-procrastinate din ako, ganyan. I feel overwhelmed, mga ganyan. So, I gave an advice on my videos. So, ayan siya. And guys, if you're feeling lost, so ito yung another advice for you. Feeling lost can be tough, but you are more capable than you think. So think outside the box, explore, and choose what interests you the most. So I understand the feeling of unmotivation. Para, syempre, everything right now can affect us. Ang hirap mag-focus sa school. Ang hirap mag-isip na, ang hirap i-imagine kung meron pa ba tayong career or future. Pero let's not reason yung pandemic sa wag nating gamitin rason or hindrance or something na nagpo-pull back sa atin because of the pandemic. So we can acknowledge everything. Ang hirap talaga ng pinagdadaanan natin ngayon kasi hindi tayo mapakali. But I think na all of us have opportunities na hindi natin nare-realize na we can achieve. So explore and choose. If you think na iba yung interest mo pero nag-ICT ka. Ako, I didn't realize na I would have a skill in social media. So currently, ang work ko ngayon, I'm a social media specialist and it's more on marketing. Although, nagagamit ko yung pinag-aralan ko kasi na nagkaroon ako ng opportunity to have a developer na client. So ayun siya, hindi mo alam na, hindi lang pala itong kaya kong gawin, pero despite that, pwede ko pa pala ma-apply yung mga natututunan ko ngayon. So ayun, yung, di ba currently ngayon, I'm not sure if most people na di nila alam kaya pala nila gumawa ng business, 'di ba? Kahit hindi sila nag-aral ng marketing or business administration. Pero ayun, we can learn how to be adaptable and innovative. Yun talaga siya. So ayun, like I always say, always persevere in virtue and diligence as long as you are ambitious, wala kang inaapakang ibang tao, always doing the good thing, improving yourself, and always share. Lagi nyong ibibigay or lagi kang tutulong, lalo na kung alam mo makakatulong to sa kapwa mo. And always be diligent. I always say, talo ng masipag ang matalino. Ako, I didn't grow up very smart. I believe na hard work and believing in yourself will make you successful. So that's the words that I live by. So ito yung quote na ginawa ko nung senior high school ako. Ayan, and thank you guys. That ends my presentation. Here are my socials. You can follow me. You can subscribe to my YouTube channel. LinkedIn, my LinkedIn account is Athena Abe. LinkedIn, guys, you can also create your account here in LinkedIn para siyang digital na resume or professional platform siya, para siyang Facebook pero on the professional world siya. Meron ding students kagaya ko na gumagawa ng account na especially if you want to start working or freelancing kahit nag-aaral ka and showcase your skills. And on my Facebook page, you can give me a follow or you can message me if you have any further questions after this talk on my page, Athena Aliafe, ayan, and on Instagram at Athena Aliafe, ayan. Thank you so much, guys. I value your time.
Ayan, thank you, Miss Athena. So, guys, this brings us to our question and answer portion. You guys are now welcome to ask Miss Athena regarding some things about information technology or whatever you want to ask her. Pwedeng sa chat, pwede rin naman mag-unmute na lang kayo. Kanina may nagtanong pala dito sa chat, si Reggie. Reggie, tanong mo na si Miss Athena. Or baka hindi siya nakakapagsalita, yung tinype niya na lang dito sa chat box. Ilang taon ka na daw, Miss? Sabi ni Reggie, from ICT 12.
Ilang taon? Hello! Ay guys, ganito. Hulaan niyo muna. Ilang taon na ako kasi I have a lot of madaming nagtataka sa age ko. Mukha daw akong ganyan, yung tong edad. So, sabi ni Isaac, 24. Sabi ni Lee, 19 po. Sino pa? Guys, mind you, third year computer science student ako. So, pag third year ka at nag-senior high school ka, ano dapat age ko?
21.
And sino nagsabi nun? 21. Ayan. 29!
21.
Seryoso ka ba? Ayan, 23, 22, 21. Pero flattered ako dun sa 13. Thank you. So guys, sabi nila mukha daw akong 15, 8. Sa work guys, tinanong ako ng konting kwento lang. Kasi pala ako sa work ko, 3 months. Tapos tinanong ako ng boss ko, sabi, kasi I work for an Australian company. So English. Sabi, Atcha, we're wondering what's your age? Kasi di nila alam age ko. Kasi pinag-uusapan daw nila ako. Akala daw nila ako 15 or 18. Tapos yung iba, akala naman nasa 24, 25 o gano'n. Pero ang age ko guys, 21. Ayan, wag naman. Grabe naman yung 29. 21 years old ako guys.
From Renz Antolin, siya ay galing sa ICT 11. Ano po ba ang magandang sideline ngayon, Miss, na pwede sa amin?
Ayun, ang sideline na pwede niyong gawin is you can post yung services nyo, especially dun sa mga, di ba, syempre dun sa mga gustong malikot ng mga hardware, impossible yon. Although, kung marunong kayo sa troubleshooting, maintenance ng system, you can post your services na, kasi I had an experience, someone contacted me para tulungan siya dun sa kanyang browser kasi I had a client na na blind, partially blind. So nagpatulong siya. So syempre, Ate Atcha, paano ka makakapag-serve virtually? So meron tayong mga services or platforms tulad ng mga TeamViewer where you can download it and control the computer from a different location. So, ganun siya. Kung ang expertise mo ay maintenance, troubleshooting, ganyan, you can download TeamViewer to control your client's computer. And then what else? If you want to become a web developer, like I have said, or game developer, yun nga, you create personal projects and create your portfolio para mapakita mo yung mga services na pwede mong i-offer. Yun yung mga pwedeng sideline. O kaya di ba dun sa mga commonly kasi I also have classmates na gamers na they created their page and then they started small. Tapos nung nagla-live sila, pursigido sila mag-live to the point na may schedule sila. Hanggang sa na-noticed sila and dun sila kumikita sa pag-game, sa pag-stream. So ang daming sidelines na involves ICT. And dun sa MMA again, you can post you can have commissions as a sideline. You can post your services, kumare ganitong rate sa kumare mga vectoring, 'di ba, yung mga animation, simple and like that. So ayun.
Sabi naman ni Miles Larga from ICT 12, may moment po ba na kayo na nagloko yung code nyo? Kala ko sino yung nagloko, Miles eh. Tapos hindi niya mahanap yung mali, tapos yun pala semicolon lang pala, ganun.
Ay, oo. Lalo na nitong college. Totoo yan. Kasi, nyo guys? IDE, NetBeans din ba? Or do you have a different text editor na ginagamit? Kasi mostly, di ba, yung mga ganong IDEs, yung mga NetBeans o kaya mga Notepad, mahirap makita yung error. So, totoo yan. Kahit ako din, nakakalimutan ko yung semicolon. Lalo na pag kinopen nyo yung code na classmate. Charot! Pero, ayun, totoo, semicolon. Mostly semicolon, ganon. Yes.
This is not IT related pero itatanong ko na rin. Sabi ni Renz Antolin, may boyfriend ka na daw po ba, Miss Athena?
Study first. Pero kung may boyfriend, why not pagsabay, di ba? Charot! Pero, yes, may boyfriend ako.
From Jillian Dawal, he's really into cybersecurity. Miss, ano daw po yung best cybersecurity course for beginners?
Ayun. So, as what I have mentioned, I have a video about information security. That is one of the fundamental courses that you need to learn if you want to pursue cybersecurity. So, ayan, I have a video. And if you want to take certifications, kasi maganda din yung certifications, if you look at my page, ayun guys, if you search my page, Atcha Abe yung name niya, pero yung URL niya is /Athena Aliafe. I have posted there, meron akong nahanap na free sources, free certifications from CertiProf. So, di ba may Coursera, ganon. Ayun, you can take those courses kasi some courses may bayad. Yun, I found that free. Sasend ko din kay sir mamaya yung link. So you can start that. Nandun yung full package ng mga cybersecurity na pwede mong aralin. Tapos may cert ka pa na certified na inaral mo siya. Yun. Pero you can watch my video about information security kasi yun din yung inaral namin nung second year. Pwede mo nang aralin ngayon pa lang yun. So yun siya.
From Johannes Von sa ICT 11, anong klaseng genre po yung mga ginagawa nyo or mga ginawa nyong games?
More on mga RPG-ish. Meron din kami parang Among Us type siya na ano yung tawag doon? Fluffy's Escape yung name niya. If you search Otterg Entertainment, makikita niyo yung page namin. Nandun yung mga games na ginawa namin. Ayan. And then, dyan, educational. Like I have mentioned, gumawa din kami ng game about sa statistics na inaral namin, yung answer catcher. So if you search Otterg Entertainment, lilitaw dun yung mga videos ng games na ginawa namin.
So paano niyo siya ginawa, Miss? Anong programming language yung ginamit para mabuo yung mga games?
I'm not sure po dun sa programming language na ginamit namin kasi iba-iba kami ng roles at that time. I was focused dun sa design aspect niya and conceptualization of the game. Iba-iba din yung platform na ginagamit namin. So, ang naaalala ko lang is yung yung pag-render ng game is Adobe Studio. So more on mobile games siya. So commonly kasi pag mobile games ang ginagamit is Java, C#, I'm not sure C++ ganun. Ayun, currently I am learning C# kasi meron kaming game development class. So ngayon ko pa lang matututunan kung paano gumawa ng games using C#. So if you want to pursue that, you learn C#. Ang source na ginagamit namin ngayon is Microsoft. Yun.
Ano daw po yung mga recommended na schools for IT field or IT-related courses? Sabi ni Aaron Mayor.
Ayan. Sir, meron po ba kayong college dito? Baka mamaya
Wala, may hanggang senior high school lang.
Pala, ayun. So, ayan, syempre, Polian ako, St. Paul, gano'n, di ba? St. Paul University Manila. Pero, syempre, may recommendation, depends din on sa, syempre, yung mga location nyo, yung budget nyo, yun. Yun yung mga factors na kailangan natin consider when if you want me to recommend the school. Pero, ang mga nakikita kong nasa field ng CSNIT is iAcademy, Mapua, UST, yung mga schools na yan. I guess so far yun. So, ayun siya. I'm not sure kasi, pero yun yung mga nakikita ko kasi personally, I don't know yung experience, pero based sa mga, reviews nila, ayun yung mga schools for CSNIT.
Ayun, may isang tanong pa, Miss, from Angelo. Ito, magaling tong student ko na to sa web development. Ang tanong niya is, how long does one web development project take to complete from start to finish?
Ayun, thank you for that wonderful question, Angelo. It mainly depends on the requirements needed for the application. Especially kung simple lang naman siya, it can take just hours to build from start to finish. So it mainly depends on the requirements. Gaano ba siya kabigat? If it's just a simple UI, it can be done in a few days, in a few hours. Pero if it involves a full stack type of development na may backend, na may database, it can take, yung mga big projects talaga, it can take months. Usually, months siya. Pero kung yung mga katulad na ginagawa natin ngayon as students, kaya naman siya gawin in just a weeks. Pero yung mga industry level projects, currently ngayon din kasi guys, nagti-thesis ako. So, gagawa kami ng gagawa kami ng web app, and we are given, I think, just 7 months to develop it. So, mga ganon period kami binigyan. So, some projects can take years. It mainly depends on the requirements needed for that application.
How about sa TESDA daw, Miss? Kasi si Renz interested daw na kumuha ng ICT related sa TESDA. Meron kang experience sa TESDA?
Ayun po, I took certificate course in TESDA NC2, I think computer system servicing before the pandemic. And yes, okay mag-take ng certification course doon. Pero iba pa din yung college if you want to get a college degree in ICT. Kasi from what I know kasi it's more on the certification course lang siya, hindi siya yung degree talaga. Pero I think merong short courses din ng TESDA, pero I'm not sure kasi ang na-take ko pa lang is yung certificate course.
Meaning, Miss, dun sa certification course, parang tinuruan ka rin nila kung paano magawa ng mga PC, ganon.
Yes po. May training period po kami before we took the certification.
Ayun. So, Renz, ganon pala yung gagawin for TESDA certification. And from Maxine Chan, how to handle working in game development or game designing, considering it can be a gamble to make one?
Ayan, yes, Maxine, it's really a gamble kasi parang kahit anong business yan you will always take risk, you will always gamble, you'll never know it kung magsasucceed siya or mag-fail if you don't try. So first thing, how to handle working it is to always plan first, always do research. Hindi pwedeng bara-bara ka lang magagawa ng game kung wala kang backup plan, kung wala kang parang strategic plan on how we're going to develop it or design it, especially if you want to, let's say, make profit out of it or something that can be one of the top games someday. Kasi kami sa Atcha Entertainment, wala talaga kaming background kung paano mag-start ng dream company namin. So doon kami nahirapan kasi hindi kami guided. So always reach out to people na may experience sa ganong industry and ask for their advice on how to start. And it will always be a gamble. Kaya importante na you also have to consider how are you going to get funds kagaya ng ginawa namin. Kasi it's expensive din dun sa industry na yun kasi you will invest a lot of time and a lot of thinking, tapos 'di ba sayang lang kung it will not be put into good use, masasayang lang. So my best advice would be to ask sa mga professionals, reach out to them about it. Ayan.
We are now down to our last two questions. Unahin lang muna natin yung kay Stan from ICT 12. Gumagamit po ba kayo ng Unity Engine?
Ayun, thank you, Stanley. Yes, currently gumagamit ako ng Unity Engine, pero since it's my first time, I haven't really utilized it. Kaka-download ko lang literally like 2 weeks ago kasi mag-game dev class pa lang kami. So currently, nakafocus pa lang ako sa pagtuto ng C#. Di ko pa na-discover masyado si Unity. Ayan.
Before I ask this last question, Miss Atcha, pwede mo bang ibalik sa akin yung pagiging host ng...
Yes po. Okay po.
Ayan. And then yung tanong ni Miles, in terms of designing a game or website or web page, ano po ang ma-advise nyo sa amin?
Sorry, sir. Ito, nakita ko na yung question. In terms of designing a game, website, or webpage, ano po ma-advise nyo sa amin? Please identify yung mga requirements. What does requirements mean? Ano ba yung objective ng game, ng webpage, or website? So, ano yung purpose niya? Ano yung pinaka-goal na gusto niyo ma-achieve? And next is identify yung target users. Kasi di ba madaming target users? Ang gusto niyo ba, kung wari, Among Us, di ba hindi... kung wari TikTok, let's say TikTok, ang target ba ni TikTok is yung mga mga millennials or Gen Z. So di mo inakala na sa sobrang patok ng application na TikTok na umabot na din siya sa ibang generations. So always find your niche or yung pinaka target nyo in designing any application, whether it may be a game, website, or web page, para naka-specify kung ano yung pinaka magiging main goal niya. Kasi mahirap kung sinabi nyo, ay gusto ko gumawa ng application para sa lahat. Mahihirapan ka kasi hindi ka naka-specify dun sa pinaka-path para ma-achieve mo yung ma-achieve yung pinaka-requirements ng application mo. So, ayan siya. And, syempre, pag designing din, in terms of designing, iba-iba din kasi diba yung designing styles. May mga, tulad natin currently, mostly minimalistic yung mga gusto natin. Unlike other people, gusto nila yung mga wild colors, ganun. So, designing, conceptualizing, you have to identify yung specific target audience or target users ng application na gagawin mo. Ayan.
Ayun, thank you, Miss Atcha. Miss Athena pala. Yung mga ibang questions ng mga students, isi-send ko na lang sa'yo ha, Miss Atcha, para
sige po, sure po.
masagot. Tapos i-relay ko na lang sa'yo, i-relay ko na lang sa mga students kung ano yung naging sagot mo sa kanilang mga question. And at this point, I am going to present this certificate of appreciation to Miss Athena Atcha Abe, our guest speaker for today, for imparting her valuable insights and inspirations in the field of information technology to the students of the Theresian School of Cavite, ICT Strand, School Year 2020-2021. given this 19th day of April 2021 at Theresian School of Cavite via Zoom conferencing, and to be signed by yours truly, Emmanuel R. Legaspi, Senior High School Faculty, and our Senior High School Head, Miss Maggie M. Jepanim. Behalf of everyone here today, thank you for making the time to speak to us on some very important topics about the field of information technology. The students who attended really enjoyed our presentation for today. We appreciate you making time in in your busy schedule to speak to our students. Again, thank you, Miss Athena, and best of luck to your career.
Thank you din po for inviting me. You're welcome, guys. Thank you.
Thank you, ICT 11 and 12, for your participation for today's webinar. See you guys sa mga schedule natin tomorrow. Thank you. Bye-bye po.